What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on with all you wonderful people? We got another FIFA Friday episode to get into. Caitlin Clark is currently somewhere right now, as you can see on your screen. Before we jump into everything, yes, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about the CBA proposal offer. We're going to talk about some gravity, Steph Curry, LeBron conversation regarding, that could relate to Caitlin Clark's situation. We're going to talk about something that's been catching my eye with this Fever organization again. We're gonna get into everything. Anyways, everybody, shout out to everybody that's in here. Before we jump into it, I'm gonna try not to make this one 2 hours long like we've been going these past couple of weeks. So let's jump straight into it. All right, let's look. Correlation posted it. Shout out to Correlation. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, where did she start? Oh yeah, by the way, the Liberty has a new coach, Chris DeMarco. So we're gonna see how that works out. Speaking of the Warriors, he's been with the Warriors since 2012, winning 4 NBA titles, and he served as the head coach of the Bahamian men's national team. The Bahama, I'm assuming that is. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Warriors. We're here to talk about Caitlin Clark. So Correlation is saying, "What is this tiny gym?" Let's listen. Let's listen. Hey. Dwarf Clone with the membership early. Shout out to Dwarf, man. Listen, Dwarf Clone is a legend in here. If you guys don't know already. Oh, hold on. Let me get it pulled up on the screen. Dwarf Clone, my fault. My apologies real quick, y'all. Hold on. Let me get these pulled up on the screen so we don't miss nothing. Is it on the screen? 1, 2. There we go. Shout out to Dwarf Clone. Dwarf Clone, that's an insane name. Shout out to Sherry in here. Stupid internet is C. Miller thinking Fever head coach. What you mean? Fever Friday to Venom was going on. Melinda in here. Let's shout out everybody who's in here. Sherry's in here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to all of you guys. I love you guys so much. Live Wire's in here. What's going on, Live Wire? All right, hold on. Let me go D&D real quick. All right, let's continue. Damn, this gym is kind of tiny. Look at it. Like, they got CC looking like a regular pedestrian. I couldn't get her no, like, you know what I'm saying? At least the front row. Like, I got CC in a, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But listen, this is how humble Caitlin Clark is. She doesn't, I'm pretty sure Caitlin doesn't even mind. She's over there. All these people are probably starstruck that they're surrounding Caitlin Clark right now. Whole time Caitlin Clark is like, I'm just waiting for the game to start. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue. Let's see what else Caitlin Clark got going on. Correlation says Caitlin really traveled to West Virginia to watch Butler basketball. Whew, that's dedication. Is that where Connor coaches? Butler? Can you guys remind me, what is she doing at Butler? Is that where Connor coaches or something? All right, let's continue. Caitlin mentioned on the Butler Gamecast. Let's listen to this. Caitlin, so inspirational. All right, yeah, before we get into everything, let's continue to finish these out real quick. Caitlin Clark is in this new ad.
Auto State Farm agents are here
with Chris
for
Paul.
your questions.
Chris, you retiring?
Want to help with this question?
Allow me to assist.
Dad, are you retiring? Oh, puppy. What's your name, little guy?
Tell me, you retiring? Oh, it's Mascot Jake.
So everyone says you're gonna retire. Is it true?
Mascot Jake.
So,
Tell me, you retiring? Oh, it's Mascot Jake.
so everyone says you're gonna retire. Is it true? You can tell me.
Is this metal?
Are you going to retire?
So basically, Jake is distracting everybody. I got it from here. Uh-oh. Does that mean Chris Paul is retiring this season? That would be something special. Dwarf Clone coming in with a 20 saying, I can't come on without showing love to my main man. Dwarf Clone, you've been showing love literally all year. Like, I'm not even joking, from start to finish. Like, I appreciate you. Enjoy your retirement, Dwarf Clone. Appreciate you for everything you've done, all the support you've shown. You know what I'm saying? I hope you continue to just enjoy the viewing experience, you know? Caitlin just got a warming quality about her. Something everyone loves. Yeah. Well, not everyone, you know, it's a couple people out here that just, I don't know. Like, it seems like some people's trying to dim her light, you know, some people's in her way. I'm not gonna say no names, Stephanie White. You know what I'm saying? I finally made a live Fever Friday. Hey Venom, what's going on? Faith, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad to see you here live. All right, let's continue to wrap up. All right, now that we got that wrapped up, guys, I was scrolling through X the other day, and you guys won't believe what I found. You guys will not believe what I found on the Fever's page. Do we just go through it together, guys? I think we genuinely just go through it together. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just go through it together, guys. This is what I scrolled and saw on my feed. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, look at your screen. The Indiana Fever page itself posted a quote from Dawn Staley talking about Aaliyah Boston, and you guys are very up to date on what Dawn Staley didn't have the best things to say about Caitlin Clark in the past, right? And then she ended up changing her tune. You guys remember that, right? Dawn Staley, anyway, says, I think Aaliyah Boston is on her way to being the WNBA MVP because she works extremely hard at her craft. Now, guys, I went and did some digging. Dawn Staley haven't even said that about Aja Wilson when she first got here. That's very interesting. Skipping Aja Wilson, who I think is the 4-time MVP, to go say Aaliyah Boston is an MVP is very, very suspicious. Now, of course, she gave Aja Wilson her MVP credit into her WNBA career, right? But this early, showing this kind of... and then knowing that Aaliyah... like, guys, please read into it. And this is not even just that Dawn Staley, because I could care less what she eats, right? This is about the page posting and promoting this kind of message, saying putting in work right now. It's one thing to show, everybody knows I love Aaliyah Boston, so don't even try to, why can't the page show the players love? Don't even start that over here, because I give the players love myself. But I'm also not going to let people silence me just because when I see something that I don't like. I don't like that. We all should know the Indiana Fever is Caitlin Clark's team. And if anybody wins an MVP on the Indiana Fever, that either means Caitlin was injured or something went wrong, because we all know Caitlin Clark is the most valuable player on this team. You don't see that on no other team. You don't see the Phoenix Mercury, anybody talking about Satu Sabali being MVP, right? It's Alyssa Thomas, right? You go look at any other team. You don't see the links talking about, Kayla McBride is going to be MVP. No, we all know it's Nafisa Kalia, right? But for somehow, some way, the Indiana Fever is the only organization that doesn't value their superstar. Like, it's cool to understand there's a hierarchy system, guys. This is sports. Caitlin, Aaliyah, and Kelsey aren't on the same level. And that's fine. That's okay. Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green and Kevin Durant, they all are on different levels, right? Kevin Durant, someone who's come to Golden State, literally won 2 finals MVPs on Golden State, still was not being promoted as such. But you have the Indiana Fever promoting Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston as MVPs. Even Natasha Howard coming saying she's trying to win an MVP. That's right there was my biggest red flag. If y'all remember I said that was the biggest red flag out the gate. Hearing Natasha Howard even utter an MVP, and yes, she won a cup MVP, but we know that's not what she was talking about. We know she was talking about the actual MVP. That lets me know what promises this front office is making to free agents. And I do not trust this front office running this organization. I don't. Because you promising Natasha Howard MVP. You're promising DeWanna Bonner things, and she's not, that's not getting fulfilled. And then she runs away and quits on the team. Like, y'all not even being transparent with the players nor the fans. So why would I trust you guys to have all this power? Y'all had the trust last year. And look what you guys did with it. The WNBA has clearly shown time after time after time they are not ready for Caitlin Clark's spotlight. They are not ready. Like I said, it's like shining a flashlight in a kitchen full of cockroaches, right? You turn the light on, all the cockroaches scatter. Like, oh, not now. I didn't know you was coming now. Let's go hide. Let's go find cover. Caitlin Clark just came in. Boom. Everybody ran for cover. All the dirt everybody did is just now being brung up, And fans is pulling up old tweets, old saying, like Breonna Stewart last year. Mick, shout out to Mick. I think it's, let me see. I might have it right here, actually. Let me see. Mick himself, let me pull it up real quick, chat. Let me show y'all. Mick himself, where is it? Mick himself said, let's just talk about it right now, right? So, the WNBA doesn't see proposed $1.1 million max salary as moving negotiations forward. Guys, I just want to see Caitlin Clark play basketball. I just want to see CC hoop, man. I just want to see CC hoop. That's all I want to see is Caitlin Clark hoops. These girls is holding up the line. You got these old older veterans holding up the line because they trying to cash in on their way out, guys. Literally old veterans. I know, like, guys, do you not see it? They're literally holding the line up because they want to cash out as much as they can before they end. They're like, why would I sign this CBA if I'm not gonna make as much as I can before I'm leaving? This CBA is gonna help the girls who's gonna be here for the next 5 to 10 years. I only got like 2 to 3 left. Pay us what you owe us. Like, stop being selfish and think about the future. Michael Jordan and all these other people, they wasn't like, oh, if we don't get this, we're sitting out. No. Look at what NBA players are getting paid today because they settled it back then. And yes, I know they had some hiccups back then. But look at the trajectory of the NBA versus how it was 30 years ago. The revenue is on a whole different level. You have role players right now making money that the top stars back then wasn't making. So let that simmer in for a second. Anyways, Mick said, oh, wait, before we go to what Mick said, look at what I said. I said if this deal was offered in 2023, the year before Caitlin Clark came into the league, they'd be hitting the Dougie right now signing it. The same players who attack CC are using her clout and revenue as leverage for a raise. The irony. So Mick comes up and says, in 2024, Stewie said the dream was to have a max salary over $1 million. CC changed everything. Then I said, but let them tell you CC is not the needle. We're not getting a season. They're too far gone. So we continue to have a conversation, right? And Mick said they recently came out complaining that Caitlyn generates so much money and she'll never see any of it when she's getting paid $90K the next 2 years. And after that, we'll be getting paid the same as someone like Bridget Carlton. I said shit is wild. They're in their own way, bro. Because it's genuinely crazy. Caitlyn was signed for a bag of chips. She just want to put that ball through the hoop. I promise you, Caitlin Clark is good with money. She's good. She's making her money. She just want to hoop. You know what I'm saying? And we want to see her hoop. But it is what it is, man. Let's move on. My fault, y'all. Let's move on, though. You know what I'm saying? We got to hear Sophie Cunningham talk about. This is another thing the front office does. They have to improve on. And it's how they treat their players as far as meal prepping goes. Because Matt Ishbia does not play when it comes to that. You hear Satu Sabali talking about it like, worrying about your own meals is crazy, like no shade. And she's talking about the Dallas Wings. Whole time the Fever is looking like the same exact organization. Like a player should not have to worry about what they're going to be eating before and after games, even in the off season, right? If the CBA signed and all that, you should be your players should be in health and have you to rely on to eat. Like that's the bare minimum you could do, right? And then that helps the players' performance because they don't have to worry and be stressed out about, some players might eat the wrong thing just to get something in their stomach before a game because they didn't have time to eat the meal they normally eat. Like you're supposed to rely on your workspace to do that. They're already not making millions. The least you could do is feed these girls, right? The least you could do is feed the girls, right? Anyway, let's hear what Sophie got to say, man.
Question for Sophie. Hey, Soph, what are your meals like during season, like when you're playing? And do you eat any special food? And what your meals are now that you're off and you're not playing?
Fish lips.
Thank you. Go Fever.
Go Fever.
I don't want to just go over that real quick one more time. I just want y'all to hear that Go Fever part. I'm gonna let it play. I learned my lesson from last Friday, but I love that Go Fever part because a lot of people who's talking about Sophie leaving. That Go Fever part kind of like pulls her back in a little bit, right?
Thank you. Go Fever.
Go Fever. Hello. I think I'm probably the worst person to ask this question because that is an area I'm trying to get better at. I'm all about balance, though. I think like if you kind of do like the 80-20, which is like 80% of the time you're eating well, 20% of the time, like do what you want because you still want to enjoy life. Like I probably eat dessert every single day, but the rest of my meals are pretty good. So I try to eat, good protein, lots of veggies, get some carbs in there. But for me, it's pretty basic. Like I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. There's a lot of people who do that. But for me, I just I try to eat clean, but if there's no options to eat clean, then it's okay. So, I don't know. I don't think that I really have like a crazy diet compared to, people in general.
Well, that's sad, Sophie. That's genuinely sad because you shouldn't have to worry about your meal, Sophie. And in all honesty, you should genuinely just worry about getting the right rest, the proper rest. Like you should rely on your workspace to do your work things, right? You're getting paid on company time, right? Company, you should be getting fed on company time, right? It don't make no sense to me. I don't know, you know. I agree, Mr. Venom. Caitlyn doesn't need money. Why won't the Fever management train with that superstar trainer in New York who's worked with a ton of NBA greats? Like I said, Lewis, last week, they genuinely just don't know what to do with Caitlyn Clark, and it's unfortunate to see. Now, obviously, that meeting that we know about, that alleged meeting that we know about, should change things, right? Moving forward, should the CBA be signed. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, even though you guys might not want to hear this, I don't think we're getting a season next year. I called this even during the season. I don't know if it's because I'm from the hood, but like you can sense when somebody is just BSing you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain things that at least where I'm from where I could hear somebody say one thing and I already know how this whole situation is about to play out, right? Just how whether, you know what I'm saying, we bump each other versus how you react, I already know the next 10 steps of this whole moment right here. Because if I bump you by accident, you go, oh, my fault, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you. It's cool, right? Versus you step on somebody. What's your problem? You didn't see me there. I say, I apologize. Like, nah, forget your apology. Like, that already, I can already see it. You don't care about nothing. You're angry today. You're having a bad day. You want to release some anger on me. It is what it is. So that's basically a translation to the WNBA. Seeing how greedy these players have been this whole time, right? I already know. Pay me more. They're looking for some unrealistic number. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. They're not looking at, and obviously I know the WNBA haven't made their revenue, you know, and stuff public, but I know just off the top of my head, well, I'm assuming that these girls are asking for a very unrealistic number because a $1.1 million max salary, that should be enough to at least move forward for now, right? At least until the next negotiation, right? Like that should be something. $1 million? You girls wasn't even making a quarter of that. Y'all, your max wasn't even a $250,000. In fact, I think it was literally a $250,000, right? The max was like $250,000. So I think you guys are making what 4 times as much than you was making before as a max. Like it's crazy to think about. It's genuinely crazy to think about. Greed is something serious and it has to stop because y'all gotta understand the business is going to go up. Caitlyn Clark is not going anywhere. You take this $1 million right now, and the renegotiation in the future might be $15 million, $10 million. And with Caitlyn around, it might go to 20. You don't know. You genuinely don't know. But like, y'all think, like I seen Mick say this too. Shout out to Mick. I seen Mick say, I feel bad if there's no season this year because there's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like y'all going to make money with no season. Y'all going to make more money if this season gets canceled. No, it makes it even worse. The money stops. Completely, everything stops. It's not like it makes anything better and they just magically, you know, oh guys, the season was canceled last year, we got more money now. No, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, the work they're willing to put in isn't matching. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much. The work, they're not even putting in the work. 79% of these girls can't even make a layup. I'm sorry, it is like 80% of these girls can't even use their left hand. You're asking for millions? Get better. You know what I'm saying? It's probably, I could count on my hand. I could count on 2 hands. Maybe literally the top girls in the WNBA who probably are like very sharp and all around players. And I'm being really nice because the real all around girls that I know who really, everybody got weaknesses, right? But when we're talking about from the top to bottom, Aja Wilson, right? Caitlyn Clark, this is not in order, obviously, right? You got Caitlyn, you got Aja, Nafisa Collier. Like I'm talking about the girls who have counters to a lot of things defenses throw at them, right? You got the Caitlins, you got the Ages, you got the Fees. I'm pretty sure I'm missing people too. I know I'm missing a couple, but it's not that much, guys. It's literally not that much. In the NBA, you can go look at the Charlotte Hornets. You got LaMelo Ball, which is a tanking team, right? A bad team. Just name any bad team. They got somebody over there. You know what I'm saying? Like the WNBA is not at that level, girls. Stop being so greedy and just move forward. Let this thing develop. Let the revenue build. Actually grow some leverage. Like learn how to learn how to grow a business. You could tell a lot of these girls just were, I wouldn't even say as talented because the WNBA talent level is really at a low currently, right? Obviously it's better than what it used to be, but it's nowhere near what it will be in the next couple years when Juju come into the league, Hannah Hidalgo, all these other stars start coming up. In 5 to 10 years, 15 years especially, you're going to see the worst teams in the WNBA is full of stars. The worst team in the WNBA will have a couple of stars on that team. Right now, that's not how the WNBA is, right? Right now, you can look at the bottom teams, look at the Dallas Wings, who their best player. Paige Beckers is like a role player. She knows she's very good, right? But she plays in a role player system. She's not like a heliocentric player, right? She's like a Kyrie Irving, right? Like a 1B. She's not a 1A. She needs like that 1A player to really get to that, or get over that hump. Yeah, guys, you guys basically get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's move on. Let's listen to this clip Stephen Curry was talking about.
But for me, it's pretty basic. Like, I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. There's a lot of people who do that. But for me, I just I try to eat clean, but if there's no options to eat clean, then it's okay. So, I don't know. I don't think that I really have like a crazy diet compared to, people in general.
Venom, not every player is getting 1 million. If $1 million is the max deal, so 95% won't be getting 1 million. I think each player should get a percentage of their own jersey sales. Guys, I'm not saying every player is gonna get 1 million, guys. I'm saying the floor is above their old ceiling. I'm gonna say it one more time. Their floor with this new proposal is above their old ceiling. Just, oh my gosh, like, do you want to play basketball or not? Because you would, if it was that serious, you would have not been playing currently. You would have sat out right now, right? Last year, if you're not getting paid enough, why did you play last year? Why did you play the year before that? Why did you play the year before that? Now that you got a CBA proposal, and not only are things going down, right? Because negotiation things can go down, right? If you don't meet certain quotas and stuff, right? Instead, everything is going up despite you not meeting these quotas, and you still want more? You still want, like, that's not enough? That's not enough to play basketball? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's bigger than, like, it's a lot of conflict of interest you guys got to think about too, the unrivaled, right? Some girls could go to Project B. Like, it's a lot of things that's going on that they're not talking about. And then you got Alexa Philippou, however you say her name. Why is she the one breaking these news? Like, guys, I know I'm all over the place, but think about these things. Why is she the one that's breaking that news? Like, Alexa, if you really gonna give us information, tell us everything. Don't just tell us, oh, the WNBA they're getting proposed $1.1 million. No, let us know everything. Okay, if they're getting proposed $1.1 million, why aren't they signing? Don't just give us no half, story. Give us everything. Because now it's up to us to, connect the dots. That's not, like, it don't make no sense. It looks like a marketing, it looks like a negotiating tactic, actually, right? Think about it, guys. It looks like a negotiating tactic. Anyways, Mick is wrong about CC's salary the next 2 years. Existing rookie contracts will get moved up to the new level. Okay, that could be true as well, right? But that still doesn't change the fact that Caitlin Clark does not need the money. That still doesn't change the fact that Caitlin Clark is not the one holding up these negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's listen to Stephen Curry. I want y'all to see how Stephen Curry relates to I related Stephen Curry's words to Caitlin Clark. Jerry in a building. Shout out to Jerry. Afternoon Venom. Sorry I'm late. Jerry, you wasn't late. We was just early.
To your point, like, if I ever just stop and give in to the physicality, then they got me, which it happened a lot in the series.
Say it one more time, Stephen Curry. I'm sorry, y'all. It is addicting to just replay it, but listen to Stephen Curry say, if I give into it, I won't be me, basically. Listen to it, the physicality.
And give in to the physicality, then they got me, which it happened a lot in the series. But the idea of, like, always being on the move, you're somewhat of a threat because you have one guy for sure, maybe two, sometimes three people worried about, what your next move might be, trying to predict. And with all that chaos right there, with six people in the same area, like me just getting down below the free throw line.
Now look at this gravity right here by Stephen Curry. This is Caitlin Clark's gravity right here. Look at how open Draymond Green is right here, which can be a Leah Boston, which can be a forward if you go out and get a stretch. Like, this organization can be serious. We don't have an international scout. Like, guys, I'm genuinely just getting exhausted over this FIBA organization. Like, it's not fair to Caitlin Clark. It's not fair. It's not. And it's so, like, it's annoying because you got the drones and stuff that just be like, oh, let them shine light on the other players. But, guys, I ain't gonna lie, forget this. We're going straight over there. We're going straight over there because we're gonna stop with the assumptions, the allegations. Like we was gonna break down Caitlin Clark's gravity. We don't even need to do that. Let's just jump straight into this real quick. I'm genuinely getting frustrated, guys. So pay attention to this, right? The Indiana Fever. You're gonna search up the word MVP, right? Because they just love calling everybody MVP. Like my thing is, if you want to make Aaliyah Boston or Kelsey Mitchell the MVP, just let Caitlin know. Let Caitlin know now so you don't waste her younger years. Let her go somewhere else. Let her go somewhere where she's actually valued and treated like a superstar, and they build around her like a superstar, and the team is actually tailored to Caitlin Clark's game, not Stephanie White's old school game, not the front office style, right? So you got the front office who's looking at Caitlin Clark as just a puppet, right? They look at Caitlin Clark like she's just the she's a pawn in their game, in Stephanie White's word. Then you got Stephanie White, who looks at Caitlin Clark like a role player. So they're not respecting the business presence of Caitlin Clark, which is the front office. The front office is not respecting the business that comes with Caitlin Clark, right? And then the coach is not respecting the game and play style that comes with Caitlin Clark. So where does Caitlin Clark win at if the front office doesn't respect her on a business level? They don't market her properly. They say she's just a foundation to what they got going on. They're asking the fans, why are you here? What would impact your fandom? They're trying to connect the dots and see what percentage is Caitlin Clark fans versus what percentage is Fever fans, and can they afford to lose Caitlin Clark? Can they put her on the trade market? Like this is how they play those little games, because you wouldn't dare ask if Caitlin Clark leaves the team. Why would that even be an option? And then you selling pimple patches. Like you so money hungry. Oh my God, guys. We've been going at this for nearly a month, over a month actually. Think like I'm connecting every single dot. You can't say this is a coincidence at this point. My first time starting this was October 17th. We're in November 21st. I said 21st. We're in November 20. This is November 21st right now. Over a month, and we're still pulling stuff up that points in the direction that I'm at right now. It gotta stop. But anyways, we search up MVP. Oh my gosh, look at the first person that pops up. Kelsey Mitchell. Stephanie White on Kelsey Mitchell. It seems like every game we're asking her to do more and more and more, and she just continues to rise to the occasion. I'm super proud of her. Oh, Stephanie White, that's funny because I could have sworn you said when Caitlin Clark, when it comes to her doing more and more, you want to relieve pressure off of her. Why is it when it's Kelsey Mitchell, you want to give her more and more, you're asking more and more of her, but with Caitlin Clark, you want to relieve pressure off her. You want to take the ball out of her hands. And it only works if somebody's on the floor looking for you. Caitlin is not playing with a Draymond Green, and she could be playing with something close to it if you told the team to look for Caitlin Clark. If you practiced Caitlin Clark playing off ball. LeBron talked about how Curry would turn his back to the ball and he would take a relaxed moment, and Stephen Curry would just come off another screen and get the ball, and they'll flare him over. Like, that's the kind of basketball system Caitlin Clark needs to be playing with, right? And if they're not playing that type of brand of basketball, Caitlin Clark, she don't have no business being all ball. What's up with like you're saying, oh, I want to relieve pressure off her, but guys, don't look for her. Like, we're going to tell Caitlin, play off ball. We're going to tell Caitlin, become a screener. But we're just going to take the ball out of her hands. And Natasha, you go play your ball over there. Kelsey, you go do your thing over there. Aaliyah, go to the post, right? We want the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hand because it gets stuck. The ball gets stuck, right? You heard her talk about Luka. When he's not on the floor, the ball is popping, it's swinging. When Caitlin is not there, it's a blessing in disguise. Her injury is a blessing in disguise because now we learn to win without her. Now the ball is moving. Like, oh my gosh, guys. I'm not gonna rant on it today. We're not gonna make today super long. We're just gonna get through this and get out. Look at this. MVP Kelsey Mitchell. Look at all these MVP. Look at all these MVP for Kelsey Mitchell, guys. Where is Caitlin Clark? Look. MVP, Kelsey Mitchell, MVP, Kelsey Mitchell, MVP. Mind you, Caitlin Clark was literally top 3 MVP finalists, so I don't care. I already hear the comments. But Venom, Kelsey Mitchell was an MVP finalist, a top 5 MVP finalist. Okay, that's cool. I would have respected that if Caitlin Clark got this same love last year. She did not get this love last year. So miss me with all that. Oh, Venom, Caitlin was injured this year. Of course, Kelsey Mitchell's next up. Listen, that sound good. Now let's go back to 2024 and compare it to 2025. The love was nowhere near the same. Go back and look. I couldn't even find an MVP post for Caitlin Clark. I'm still scrolling. Matter of fact, let's doom scroll real quick. Look for Caitlin Clark. I'm finding Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston. Where is Caitlin Clark? Oh, there goes Caitlin. What happens here? Oh, no, this is season ticket MVP holder. This is not Caitlin Clark. Let's still scroll, guys. Oh, this is Stephanie White right here.
Excuse me, passengers. I need everybody's attention. Would anybody that might happen to be a top 5 finalist for the WNBA MVP, would anybody that might happen to be a top 5 finalist for the WNBA MVP, please stand up!
Shout out to Kelsey though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, this is no hate from Kelsey. I love Kelsey Mitchell, Money Mitchell, right? But at the same time, Caitlin Clark, like, I'm not gonna say I love Kelsey Mitchell and allow people to give Kelsey Mitchell on another pedestal of Caitlin. No. That's not we're not gonna put Caitlin Clark down to give Kelsey Mitchell love. Oh, Caitlin would be happy if you gave love to her teammates. Yes, because Caitlin Clark is that much of a selfless human being. It's up to us who don't got that same characteristic, because I don't owe the Fever anything, right? I don't have this crazy image persona that I have to protect. So I can go out there and call out the BS and say, guys, this is not right. Caitlin Clark is a good human being, so she's cool with falling back. But y'all misusing Caitlin Clark. I don't know. Obviously, I think she could see it. She's just that good of a human being. She won't make it a big deal, right? But it is what it is, man. Let's continue to move on. I'm still looking for Caitlin Clark. Finally, a Caitlin Clark post. Please, let's see if it's MVP in here. Let's read it together. 3 ESPN writers were unanimous in voting Caitlin Clark today. All WNBA first team and rookie of the year. Okay, no MVP. Wow. What year was this? Oh, this was 2024, September 17th. Wouldn't this be a perfect time to throw MVP in there, right? She was an MVP finalist. The season was around over at this point. That's very interesting, Venom. How do you see that? Wait, let's keep scrolling though. There's 100 MVP posts for Kelsey, right? Surely there has to be one for Caitlin, right? There has to be one for Caitlin somewhere, right? Venom, keep scrolling. There's no way it takes this long to find an MVP post for Caitlin Clark. I'm starting to think she didn't play 2024, Venom. Where is she? Guys, where is she? Where is Caitlin Clark? Can we play a game called Where is Caitlin? Where is CC? Find CC. But you go search MVP. Guys, look at how far I done scrolled. Look where we're at right now. But then you go, you might say, Venom, every team might do this, right? Okay, I got you one better. Let's go look at the Golden State Warriors now. Stephen Curry, we all know it's his team, right? Oh my gosh, look at this brother. The biggest one on the graphic, right? Cool. Let's go look at this real quick. MVP. Let's go look if Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green ever gotten anywhere near the, like, even one post would be like, okay, cool, right? I want to see multiple posts of any one of those three outside of Stephen Curry. And not Andre Iguodala, because he actually won the MVP, right? And Stephen Curry wasn't Stephen Curry at that point, like the number one guy the way he is now, right? Anyways, this was an all-star MVP, Stephen Curry, right? You know, listen, this should be all you need to know. When you type MVP on the Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry pops up. But when you type MVP on the Indiana Fever's page, who's the first person that pops up, guys? Oh, you guessed right. Kelsey Mitchell. Like, this is not to say, like, oh, I don't like Kelsey Mitchell. No, I love Kelsey Mitchell, but I don't like the way they are, like, putting Caitlin Clark down to give Kelsey Mitchell love and Aaliyah love. Like, it's not right. Look at 10 years ago, Stephen Curry won his MVP. Look at Stephen Curry, MVP Stephen Curry put on a show, right? MVP, right? Like, this is Andre Iguodala. He won an MVP. Stephen Curry, right? 2 All-Star MVPs. Pre-game snack. Oh, this is Brandon Pajemski. Like, this is when they're joking. This is the most you will get. Pre-game snack MVP. This is the only time they will give an MVP to somebody. And it's a pre-game snack MVP when they're joking. Like, guys, what are we talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? Stephen Curry MVP. MVP having a good time. Like, oh my God. Guys, you get the point. I could scroll and scroll and scroll. You're just going to continuously see Stephen Curry. I could scroll and scroll and scroll, right? Stephen Curry. Y'all get the point. Just to give you guys a little perspective. You know what I'm saying? Well, 2024 was a completely different front office and coach. Like, that makes anything better. So did we see something change this year? Was Caitlin Clark getting promoted this year? Because This front office is doing the same exact thing as last front office, right? We're not seeing anything different. In fact, they're promoting Kelsey Mitchell more this year. They're promoting Aaliyah Bolson more this year. It's like we took a step back thinking we was taking a step forward. Stephanie White contradicted herself, saying, oh, that old system in Connecticut was bad, right? It was slow, like we was playing slow. But then she ended up coming back around and saying, we're going to play a similar type of offense we played in Connecticut. Like, she don't even remembers what she says. And then, oh my God, guys, we're going to end it early. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even going to do too much. I'm just waiting for the season to start. You guys genuinely show nothing but love. It's insane, chat. It genuinely is. It genuinely is. You see more love from Caitlin from the NBA than the WNBA. Let me see something real quick. Guys. Man. All right, chat. I gotta go. I gotta get up out of here, man. It genuinely is crazy, man. I gotta get up out of here. I'm just tired of the chat. I love you guys regardless, though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to take too long today. You know, she didn't play enough. You're getting too paranoid. So what about last year? She played 40 games. But you're going to say, oh, it was under a different front office and coach, right? Let me tell you something. The coach, right, was literally the coach has nothing to do with social media. The coach has nothing to do with how they promote social media, right? Matter of fact, let me just to make sure, just to fact check. Indiana, who was the GM last year? Indiana Fever GM 2020. Can you guys let me know who was the GM last year? Oh, don't tell me it was Amber Cox, the same GM from this year. No, it wasn't, right? Because she got hired October 4th. Who was the GM? Was it Lynn Dunn? It was Lynn Dunn, wasn't it? Lynn Dunn. And Lynn Dunn still works for them, right? So, if Lynn Dunn... oh my gosh, look at how it works. If Lynn Dunn was the GM last year, and she wasn't promoting Caitlin Clark, right? And Amber Cox is the GM this year, because you know the GM covers that, right? They control what the marketing and all that type of stuff, right? Which is Amber Cox was the one who stole the name Fever Fridays from me, by the way. So let that sink in. Yes, she did. But let's move past that, anyways, right? Lynn Dunn to Amber Cox. They both know each other already, right? They got history, right? So clearly they must view the game the same way. They must view this, you know, they must share the same views, right? So there's no difference. I'm pretty sure. Guys, I ain't gonna lie. No matter what I say, it's just good. Like the drones are just not gonna. They're not gonna understand. Like I think I've shown enough up to this point to show, you know, how I formulated my conclusion. If you, like I said, guys, message to the Indiana Fever. If y'all don't want Caitlin Clark, let her know now. We getting out of here. Make sure I hit the like button. Make sure I hit the sub button. I didn't want to stay too long today. Jerry says, sorry, I can't give today because I'm on my phone. Did you see the Iowa versus Baylor last night? Big win over 7. I actually did. I didn't watch it live, though. But I saw the Hawkeyes girls won. I'm actually doing a Hawkeyes live stream this month. I'll keep you guys tuned. But, man, I'm just tired of it. And, Jerry, don't worry about it. You've done more than enough, Jerry. You have done more than enough. I appreciate you so much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I do and think about it from a business perspective too. I get affected by that too. The WNBA season is literally the season that pays my bills. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, the NBA pays my bills as well, right? But I get to pay my bills comfortably during the WNBA season. Beautifully. Like you guys, y'all keep me at peace. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about nothing else, this, that, and the third. On the NBA season, though, you got to be a little bit, I mean, obviously with help from Jerry and you guys. Like, even the Fever Fridays uplift more than even my NBA do, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, guys. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. I love you guys so much. I just want to see Caitlin Clark hoops again. I'm going to crash out until I see Caitlin Clark hoops. Like Caitlin Clark playing Caitlin Clark basketball. Every single Friday until the season starts, you will see me find something or just keep reiterating myself because I refuse to go through another season that I went through this year. I refuse. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. You need to cover Iowa. No, I'm definitely planning on it. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Chit chat and all. I'm going to listen. I can't wait. I was a little hurt to see Addison Bjorn, or however you say her name. I was hurt to see Addison signed to Texas, though. Cause didn't she get scouted in Iowa? Like when I saw she signed with Texas, I was like, damn, girl, you supposed to come mess with the Hawkeyes. Like, You know what I'm saying? She over there dunking and stuff. Like, I'm like, damn, Addison, y'all need to go YouTuber if y'all don't know about her, man. I'm gonna keep an eye on her though. I like her game. Okay, Venom, we need CC to leave and not keep being used and abused. Take care. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you guys as well. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Jerry. Me too. Oh, you was bummed out too, right, Jerry? Like, I'm like, damn, Addison, like, what's going on? You don't want the spotlight. You don't want a CC to come to your games. Like, that alone should be a reason to play for Iowa. And then she's friends with McKenna, right? Addison is friends with McKenna, so it was like that would have been perfect. And McKenna even urged for Addison to sign there. So that, yeah, I don't know. It was too much like signs pointing to her. She should sign it. I don't know if she thought like she wanted more touches. I don't know. The money at Texas, NIL money at Texas, but like I don't like the spotlight. Like there's no bigger college team than Iowa right now. It genuinely isn't. You know? Thanks, Venom. I barely caught you live. Have a great weekend. Jan is in the building. Shout out to Jan. All right, guys, we're going to end it off. You know what I'm saying? I think Iowa are banking on Hayden. I mean, yeah, I would bank on her too. You know what I'm saying? What? If Adrian Wilson didn't have the referees helping her out, helping out her paint production would drop by half, and her visits to the free throw line would drop tremendously. Alright, y'all, we getting up out of here. I love you guys so much. You know what I'm saying? Shorter Fever Friday, but I love you guys. I'm gonna see you guys next Friday. I love you so much. And just hit the like button and the sub button on your way out. It's your boy Venom. We out of here. Peace out, baby. No comparison to Iowa Spotlight. Say that again, Jerry.